The world of politics is often filled with intrigue, but rarely does it plunge into the depths of scandal like the recent revelation involving Diddy Combs, Kamala Harris, and Barack Obama. When Diddy, a cultural icon known for his bold personality and penchant for drama, released shocking footage that seemed to show the vice president and the former president in a compromising situation, the internet erupted. The implications were staggering, and Diddy couldn't help but smile as the chaos unfolded. The footage, which quickly went viral, depicted a scene that many found repulsive. It suggested that the two prominent political figures were engaged in behavior that was not only inappropriate, but also raised serious ethical questions. As the clip spread across social media, reactions ranged from disbelief to outrage. How could two leaders, who had once been viewed as paragons of virtue and integrity, find themselves at the center of such a scandal? Diddy, ever the opportunist, seized the moment. He began to make appearances on talk shows, laughing off the gravity of the situation while reveling in the attention it brought him. His demeanor was a stark contrast to the seriousness of the allegations. While many were appalled by the footage, Diddy seemed to take pleasure in the chaos, a smirk plastered across his face as he commented on the unfolding drama. It was as if he had orchestrated the entire affair, relishing the spectacle of powerful figures being brought low. As the video circulated, political analysts began to dissect its implications. Many wondered if this could be a turning point in American politics. The fallout from such a scandal could have significant ramifications, not just for Obama and Harris, but for the Democratic Party as a whole. Some speculated that the timing of the leak was deliberate, aimed at undermining the party's chances in upcoming elections. The idea that a well-known figure like Diddy could wield such power was both fascinating and frightening. For Obama, the footage represented a betrayal of the highest order. He had always been a champion of integrity and ethics in politics, and now he found himself ensnared in a web of scandal that threatened to tarnish his legacy. In private, he was furious. He had worked tirelessly to build a reputation grounded in respect and honor, and now that reputation was on the line. The thought of being dragged into a scandal orchestrated by Diddy was maddening. Obama struggled to process how this could happen, wondering who had leaked the footage and why. Kamala Harris, too, was reeling. She had fought hard to establish herself as a leader committed to progress and justice. The idea that her reputation could be sullied by such a scandal was infuriating. As she watched the media frenzy unfold, she felt a mix of anger and disappointment. This was not just about her. It was about the values she stood for and the work she had dedicated her life to. She quickly realized that she needed to respond, not just for herself, but for the constituents who depended on her leadership. In the days that followed, the media exploded with coverage. Headlines blared the sensational story, and pundits debated the implications of the footage. Some defended Obama and Harris, arguing that the video was taken out of context, while others condemned them, calling for accountability. Social media became a battleground, with hashtags trending in support of both sides. The public was captivated, and the scandal quickly became the talk of the nation. Amid the chaos, Obama and Harris convened with their teams to strategize. They knew they needed to address the situation head-on. A press conference was planned, and both leaders were determined to confront the allegations with clarity and strength. As they prepared, they discussed the importance of transparency and the need to regain the public's trust. When the day of the press conference arrived, the atmosphere was electric. Cameras flashed, and journalists clamored for answers. Obama took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the moment. He stepped up to the podium, flanked by Harris, and prepared to face the storm. In his opening remarks, Obama acknowledged the gravity of the situation. He expressed his disappointment over the leaked footage and the way it had been presented to the public. He emphasized that the video did not portray the truth of their actions, framing it as a deliberate attempt to mislead and manipulate public perception. His voice was steady, but the emotion was palpable. He spoke about the importance of integrity in leadership and the need for accountability in politics. As he spoke, Harris stood by his side, nodding in agreement. She echoed Obama's sentiments, expressing her frustration with the way the footage had been used to undermine their work. Together, they emphasized their commitment to serving the American people and their dedication to the values they had championed throughout their careers. The press conference was met with mixed reactions. Some praised Obama and Harris for their transparency and willingness to confront the scandal, while others remained skeptical. The media continued to dissect every word, searching for inconsistencies and deeper meanings. Diddy, meanwhile, watched from afar, relishing the chaos he had helped create. His smile seemed to grow wider with each passing day as the fallout from the footage continued to unfold. In the weeks that followed, the scandal took on a life of its own. Investigations were launched to determine the origins of the footage, and speculation about Diddy's motives intensified. Some accused him of being a puppet master, orchestrating a scandal for his own gain. Others argued that he was simply a messenger, exposing the dark underbelly of politics. The lines between right and wrong began to blur, and the public found itself grappling with the complexities of the situation. As the investigation progressed, new details emerged, adding layers to the scandal. It was revealed that the footage had been edited and manipulated, raising questions about its authenticity. This revelation sparked debates about the ethics of leaking such material and the responsibilities of those in the media. The public began to question the motivations behind the leak, with many wondering if it was part of a larger agenda to undermine the Democratic Party. Obama and Harris continued to navigate the fallout, working diligently to restore their reputations. They held town hall meetings, engaging directly with constituents and addressing their concerns. They spoke about the importance of honesty in politics and the need for transparency in government. Slowly but surely, they began to rebuild the trust that had been shaken by the scandal. Diddy, on the other hand, found himself at the center of a different narrative. While he had initially basked in the attention, he soon faced criticism from those who felt he had crossed a line. The backlash grew as people began to question the ethics of his actions. What had started as a sensational story quickly morphed into a discussion about accountability and the responsibilities of public figures. Diddy's smile began to fade as the reality of his actions set in. As the dust settled, Obama and Harris emerged from the scandal with a renewed sense of purpose. They recognized that the experience had been a defining moment in their careers, one that had tested their resolve and commitment to their beliefs.